Real special guest joining me now is Alexandra Silber. She is a Grammy nominated artist. She is a musical theater veteran of Broadway and the West End. She's an amazing author as well. And she's a Detroit girl. Alexandra, how are you?
Oh, I'm so well, under the circumstances, thriving. So,
Yeah,
thank
tell
you.
us about it. I mean, you're in New York right now.
I
Can you give us
am.
an idea of, gosh, of everyday life for you right now?
This concept of New York as the city that never sleeps is a city in a state right now of imposed Sabbath and rest and of course people dealing with that in a myriad of different ways, and I think really taking on the notion that staying home saves lives.
As an artist, though, this has got to be a hard moment as well. I feel like even online, we're trying to find our moments of beauty and of joy. And as a performer, how are you dealing with that?
Well, I think the thing, first of all, of course, like the closing down of the theatrical communities across the country, but led by Broadway, of course, here
Mhm.
in New York, was a devastating reality check, I think, for the seriousness of this pandemic. And one of the things that you're absolutely sort of circling here is that performance, by its very nature, um, its virtue and its service is that it occurs live, and that it occurs in a community setting. And that is a tradition that goes back to ancient Greece, that you gather the community together to have a communal cathartic experience. And right now we are barred from that, and we're having a community experience, but it's in isolation. And I think it's very, very unusual and very painful to not be able to share it, touch each other, hold each other, and experience things in real time together. My role in that as a performer is to say, I am a performer, but I'm also a multifaceted artist that can create and provide art in other ways and serve in other ways, uh, use my language, raise my voice, use storytelling in ways that doesn't necessarily occur live. And there are virtues in those art forms and services too.
Yeah, you come back to Detroit and you've done groups with kids, and you've helped them as they've found their storytelling voice through music and through art. And when kids dream of doing what you're doing, and knowing that you came from Detroit and kind of what your path has been, what do you tell young performers who have that in them?
Every person on this earth is endowed with gifts and endowed with a life force and a fire that hopefully inspires the question, why am I here and how may I serve? And when you think about using your gifts in terms of service, I think it changes the perspective of how you operate in the world. And I think that when it comes to speaking to young people, it's important to recognize that using your gifts in the most in for the highest purpose possible is always going to lead you to right action. Very often in society we're told to pursue success, and we have a lot of conventional concepts of what success is. But truly, if I could offer anything from my experience, it's that success is not about what you do, it's about how you feel about what you do. And to pursue excellence often lands you in the middle of that kind of successful feeling.
Now, we know that you're not going to sing in your apartment right now for neighbors' sake and for all sorts of reasons, but you passed along a song to us, and I guess how would you describe it to us?
So I have selected a song that I really think reflects this time. It's called Lost in the Stars. It's the title song from the musical Lost in the Stars by Kurt Weill. And it's based on Cry the Beloved Country, the novel about South African apartheid. The song is sung by an African priest when he is at his absolute lowest moment. He's reflecting on his faith, he's reflecting on his place in the universe, and he's just looking up at the stars and wondering what comes next. And in his exploration and in his doubt, finds a kernel of faith. And I just feel like the song really reflects where we are right now, and hopefully, in dark moments for anyone, will provide a little bit of light.
Before Lord God made the sea and the land, He held all the stars in the palm of His hand, and they ran through His fingers like grains of sand, till one little star fell alone. Then the Lord God hunted through the wide night air for the little dark star in the wind down there, and He stayed and promised He'd take special care, so it would